This is our Basketball. Welcome to Winslow High School tonight. The Bulldogs of Winslow host the Snowflake Lobos. Stand by. Welcome everybody to Winslow High School and tonight's doubleheader of high school basketball here on the radio, locally in the White Mountains at Power 95.7 Hot FM. It's presented by Cable One and online at sportszone123.com and on your smartphone app as well. Whether it's an Android phone or an iPhone, you can go and download the new app from Sports Zone Radio. Look for it in the Google Store. Look for it as well for your iPhone. And download it and listen to the broadcast there as well. Welcome, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons, and tonight we get to wrap up the regular season in Division III, Section 4 with a great matchup, both on the boys and girls sides. Tonight, Snowflake and Winslow, big rivals in basketball. Well, can't wait for the playoffs. Here's where it all ends in the regular season. So we invite you to stand by for it. A great night of basketball, boys and girls varsity, right here. It's all presented by Sports Zone Radio, and it's called Northland Basketball. Stand by, we'll get it rolling in just a moment. And tonight's Northland Basketball broadcast is presented by Sports Zone Radio. Floyd Simmons right here. Later on in the evening, I'll be joined by Sports Zone Radio's Patrick Austin. PA is en route right now. He'll join us for the boys broadcast a little later on tonight. That's scheduled for a 7:30 start. These two teams here, Winslow the host, Snowflake the visitor, both boys and girls. This is the final regular season game for all these teams assembled. And what's at stake here is positioning when it comes to the girls. Anything could kind of happen from this point on. These teams at the top of the divisions, the top of the section, Holbrook and these two, Winslow and Snowflake and the girls, they're all just jammed up. They're packed in there with two losses between the three teams. Winslow's undefeated right now. Snowflake with one loss, Holbrook with one loss. Snowflake and Holbrook are both 7-1, and Winslow is 8-0 in the standings for the section. What you'd like to have is the number one seed for next week's section tournament. That tournament's in Show Low. The girls will play on Tuesday, a 5:15 game, and then a 7 o'clock game. We'll carry those here at Sports Zone Radio and also some portion of the sectional tournament will be carried on local radio in the White Mountains as well at Power 95.7 Hot FM. And so, seeding is at stake for the girls' side. If Snowflake beats Winslow tonight, then Snowflake has forced a three-way tie, and those three teams at the top have all beaten each other. Snowflake would have beaten Winslow, Winslow beat Holbrook, Holbrook beat Snowflake, and I believe at that point the tiebreaker comes down to their rating, their power rankings is the old term we used to use, right? The rankings according to the AIA. In that event, it looks like Winslow probably gets the 1 seed. So in all likelihood, regardless of the outcome here, Snowflake and Holbrook would play each other in the first round of the section playoffs next week. Winslow would play the number 4 seed, and that's Alchesay. And Alchesay is playing Holbrook tonight, by the way, to wrap up the regular season between those two teams. So top 4 teams all playing against each other on the girls' side tonight in the final regular season night of basketball for Section 4. Now, if Snowflake were to win tonight, the advantage to them, I guess, is they get to wear the white jerseys. They get to wear the home jerseys in the first round of the playoffs against Holbrook. Other than that, there's no real discernible difference, but you still want to win, right? So if Snowflake looks at it and says, well, we could win or we could lose, and we're going to get the same game next week at the same place at the same time, we're just going to wear different uniforms. It doesn't really matter that much. Well, you want to keep your team playing at a high level. You want to get that momentum of a victory going into the section tournament. And if you knock off Winslow, as good as they've always been, if you're Snowflake and you beat Winslow tonight, doesn't that give you the confidence to say, well, anything's possible, and we can go as deep as we want in the state tournament if we'll play like that as well. So those are some things to think about for the Winslow Bulldogs. They've been here many times. They're used to it. They've had a great season, and it's kind of old hat for them to be in this position. I'm not saying a win over Snowflake is not that significant to them. I'm just saying they've been down this road a number of times in the past. So there's what it is. That's what it looks like, and we're going to continue with our pregame in just a moment. Starting lineups are down the road a few minutes from now. I want to talk a little bit more about the standings and the state tournament, and also a word on the boys' game coming up tonight as well here in just a moment. So thanks for joining us, everybody, and do stand by. We'll take this time out as we get it rolling for you. Pregame underway here. Northland Basketball is presented by Sports Zone Radio. Stand by.
Pick it up, buddy.
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So Super Steve means
Super streaming.
I'm okay.
good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Kelly, this is a place that has seen some winning basketball over the years on the girls' side. Numerous state championships for the Bulldogs, the Lady Bulldogs. And, their winning ways continue right here, right now. And they come into this point of the season at the top of Section 4. Here's the overall record for the Lady Bulldogs. They're 23-4 right now. You got to like that record. And I believe 2 of their losses have come to Page High School, the team that leads the division from up north, the section from up north. And Page, for a long time this season, was undefeated. Not anymore. They've lost a couple of games, but they've also played some pretty tough competition along the way to get to a point in the season where they look really good. Snowflake comes in here. They have a record of 16-11. 16-11. The Lady Lobos, their overall record. Remember back when 19 games in, their record was 10-9. So they've started to get to that point where they win a little bit more than they've been losing. And I think their head coach, Don Godfrey, has been pretty happy with where his girls have gotten to. Feels pretty good about their chances, not just in the section tournament, but when the state tournament rolls around. And here's a coach that has a state championship to his resume in the past, leading the Lady Lobos. So that's what it looks like in the overall record situation. But as far as the standings here in the section, we talked about it a moment ago. I fudged the records by a game. Sorry about that. Winslow is 7-0 right now. Holbrook is 6-1. Snowflake is 6-1. Now, Alchesay is 5-2. So that could create some interest in who gets the number 3 spot, because if Alchesay knocks off Holbrook tonight, they're playing. That's happening in White River. And Winslow beats Snowflake. Then Snowflake has 2 losses. Holbrook has 2 losses. Alchesay has 2 losses. And then you got to sort all that out. A little later on in the broadcast, we'll get SportsZone123.com's Derek Simmons to come on up, join us, and try to explain that. He has gone over the scenarios over and over, and I think he understands it a little bit on what could happen. A number of outcomes. Alchesay certainly is very capable of beating Holbrook tonight, and Snowflake has that same capability to beat the Winslow Bulldogs here at their place. But tall order, certainly, for the Lady Lobos coming up this evening. So that's what it looks like, and it could be that if Winslow wins, the favorite in this game, and Snowflake drops to a 2-loss record, and Holbrook wins, then you've got the breakdown right there. It would be Winslow, the number 1 seed, Holbrook the 2, Snowflake 3, Alchesay 4, and it really looks like almost any way you slice it, Holbrook and Snowflake are going to play each other in the first round next week. But I still don't quite understand it in its entirety, and during the first quarter, I am going to ask Derek Simmons to come and join us on our broadcast and see if he can shed a little more light on it than what I can. And I'm pretty sure he can. The boys, it's a little more cut and dry. The positions are settled for the section tournament, and wanted to expand on that a little bit more, but we're running out of time to do so. So we're going to take the time out and get you ready. Starting lineups coming up in just a few moments. The opening tip is about 5 minutes away right here at Winslow High School. If you're on the road, you're on the way, we welcome you and look forward to seeing you. And look forward to wrapping up the regular season with you around. Thank you for listening, by the way, here. Power 95.7 Hot FM, where the broadcast is presented by Cable One. Of course, listening online as well at SportsZone123.com and on the SportsZone Radio smartphone app, your mobile device app, whether it's Android or iPhone, we've got you covered. And we invite you to go download the app. Those apps made available in the last few days. In fact, the Apple app, the iPhone app, that was just published and made available today. You can go get it now for your mobile device. Stand by, timeout. We'll return to get things going right here on the radio. Pre-game show, Northland Basketball. It's presented by Sports Zone Radio.
To be effective.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Pick it up, buddy!
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So Super Steve means
Super streaming.
I'm okay.
good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Power 95.7.
They're getting set to announce the starting lineups for tonight's big matchup. How about these undefeated in section play? Winslow Lady Bulldogs just continuing their winning ways, and they got to take on their arch nemesis here from Northeast Arizona, the Snowflake Lady Lobos. They've had some big clashes over the years, and Winslow has gotten the best of Snowflake in most of those matchups. But tonight, a chance for an upset win for the Lady Lobos, and as I mentioned, a chance to build some confidence and get some momentum going into the section tournament next week. You win this game, if you're Snowflake, isn't the sky the limit at that point? Don't you feel like you can just about do anything you want? I think so. Starting lineups being announced. Tori Flake out there for Snowflake getting the nod. Marissa Godfrey always in that starting lineup for her team. Katie Johnson gets the go tonight along with Tycee Copeland. Look for Tycee to get going. When they gang up on Marissa defensively, Tycee seems to get rolling. She's had some big games. And Melissa Ike in the starting lineup for the Lobos. The Lady Bulldogs will line up this way. Michaela Baya will get a start tonight. Lene Mitchell also in the starting lineup. J.C. Sangster starting for Winslow tonight. Here's a name to remember. Shandine Armeo. She is outstanding. She was the player of the year in the division, I believe, as a freshman. Certainly as a sophomore, she is outstanding, and look for her to try to have a big night tonight. And finally, wrapping up the starting five for Winslow, Kaylin Bitsoy starting tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll take our final timeout and then play-by-play underway. Stand by, everybody. You're listening to Northland Basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Fast enough?
Pick it up, buddy.
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So super speed means
Super streaming.
I'm okay.
good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Tonight, the Snowflake Lobos have taken to the road to finish up the regular back-to-back road matchups for Snowflake last night at Show Low, and the Lady Lobos got that big victory over Show Low to vault them into this chance to at least in the standings, at least for record in the Bulldog team. They'd end up with 7-1 records, matching 7-1 marks if off the upset win tonight. And by the way, how about last night's big finish in the boys' game, huh? How about that last second shot, that incredible basket, long three-pointer sunk by Sean Potter at the buzzer, and the official said a fraction of a second he let the ball go after the buzzer, so the shot didn't count, and Snowflake was able to hold on to a 52-50 win in the boys' game. Otherwise, that would have been a 1-point win for the Show Low Cougars. What a game last night. The Snowflake boys come up. They'll play a little later on tonight against Winslow, and Snowflake's boys are undefeated in the section on the boys' side. Let's get rolling. The opening tip, and it's controlled by Snowflake, and they get the first shot attempt of the game. Marissa Godfrey misses on the right wing from three, and we're underway here at Winslow High School. The Bulldogs with the ball and controlling. It's at the top of the key, now comes left side. Ball in the hands of J.C. Sangster, the feed inside. She gets it into Kaylin Bitsoya. Now a shot from just outside the paint goes up, and it's no good. That shot, no good. Winslow misses. Snowflake will clear it up. And a couple of possessions into this one, no score for either of these teams. 7:03 on the clock here in the fourth period, or rather the first period. Snowflake Winslow, a little kick out, left side, and the jump shot is good for Katie Johnson of Snowflake. And the Lady Lobos have gotten this scoring underway. The Bulldogs now will put up a shot attempt on the right side. It's a three in the corner, and that three is good. Just like that, the Bulldogs have an early lead. Lene Mitchell spotted up on the right wing, and she buried that jump shot for the Bulldogs to give them an early 3-2 advantage over the Lady Lobos. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Northland Basketball, it's presented by Sports Zone Radio, and you're listening locally in the White Mountains on Para 95.7 Hot FM. Presented on local radio by Cable One. And a Bulldog jump shot that is no good. Off the mark, rebound, Snowflake, and they'll bring it up the floor. Put it in the hands of Marissa Godfrey. And she drives, pulls it back out, and now the Lobos work with the ball in the left corner. Nice bounce pass. Marissa has it, gives it off to Katie Johnson. Another bouncer inside, and Melissa Ike had a shot, couldn't make it. Follow, no good. Katie Johnson, and the Bulldogs will have the ball after the miss. Rebound comes down to Lene Mitchell for the Bulldogs, and she was immediately fouled. First whistle of the night. And it's Tycee Copeland who was trying to get in there and help get that rebound. Tycee will get her first personal foul of the night. 5:52 on the clock. Opening period of play here at Winslow High School. And in the girls' game, a 1-point Winslow lead. Feed goes inside, and a lot of traffic in there. Shondine Armeo tried to put the shot up in the paint, and she got hammered just a bit. Second team foul on Snowflake with that whistle. And the first foul of the night on Melissa Ike. Melissa with the contact and the foul. So the Bulldogs will have it. No shooting on that foul. Cross-court pass comes out near side with the ball in hand. That's J.C. Sangster. Now they swing it again to the right side. The Bulldogs looking for a little lane to get the ball inside. Double team on Armeo, and that leaves somebody wide open. How about Kaylin Bitsoy? And her jump shot just out past the free throw line is good to make it 5-2. The Bulldogs, an early 3-point lead over the Lady Lobos. The Dogs and the Dogs tonight here in Winslow. Now Snowflake with a drive to the basket and a foul called. Bulldogs will get called for their first foul. Lene Mitchell picks up the foul. First team foul on the Bulldogs. Top of the key, Marissa Godfrey working, having trouble, gets rid of it. It's Lene Mitchell with the defense. Tori Flake will spot it. Jump shot, 12-footer, right side. That's no good. Comes down into the hands of Winslow, and they try to run with it. The outlet pass, though, gets thrown away, thrown out of bounds. To get possession back to the Lobos. They'll have another shot at it here. And the ball comes into Tori Flake. Sets the offense, top of the key, man-to-man. Bulldog defense. Tori trying to go off to the right side. Double team there. Melissa Ike gets the ball, and she loses the handle. Here come the Bulldogs on the run. Spot up jump shot, left side of 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Bulldogs have it. Spin to the basket. And the follow there is no good. That follow shot by Shandine Armeo was a little strong. And then on the rebound, it was tipped out of bounds by Snowflake. So another chance for the Lady Bulldogs. Here it comes in, top of the key. Ball straight into Bitsoy. Now over to Armeo, and they'll swing it into the right corner. A 3 goes up from that spot, and it's perfect. How about Michaela Baya burying that 3 in the right corner? She had the space, took the shot. Shot is good. And the lead mounts for Winslow. They're up now 8-2. Tori Flake's jumper won't find a home. Bulldogs get the ball back again, bring it into front court. We're halfway into the first period. Exactly 4 minutes on the clock right here. Baya has the ball, pressured by Tori Flake. Man-to-man Snowflake defense. I mean, they're chasing him way out to the half-court stride. They're playing very aggressive on defense, and that'll cause a turnover? No, almost. Marissa Godfrey was able to get a hand in the passing lane, knocked the ball away, chased it toward the sideline, but she was unable to gather it in, so it went out of bounds there. The Bulldogs will have it back, but the Lobos on defense trying to turn up the pressure right here in the first period. 8-2 Winslow lead, and the Bulldogs have it. Michaela Baya into front court, feeds it left side, and a long shot. Jumper is on the way and good. J.C. Sangster nails it. They'll call that a 2. Foot must have been on the line. J.C.'s first basket of the day for the Bulldogs. They lead 8-2. Jump stop. Tori Flake in the paint. She gave it up. Little dish to, I think that was Melissa Ike. It was. Melissa got the pass, and Melissa was able to just turn right to the basket. So it was a great little pass by Tori Flake to set that up, make it happen. Snowflake gets their second field goal here in the first period. Now a baseline move. That was a power move. Just getting position to go to the basket. J.C. Sangster would not be denied. She was fronted by Tori Flake, but Tori could do nothing. J.C. just kind of muscled away right to the basket. Gave herself really an easy shot there. Snowflake for 3. Nope. Marissa Godfrey misses that one. Shot no good. Bitsoy, the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. 2:39 on the clock, first period. Dribble, drive, nope. Cut back. Oh, what a great pass inside to Bitsoy. That pass from Michaela Baya. Almost a give-and-go type pass. And Bulldogs could not get the basket at the end of it, but don't fault the great entry pass. Snowflake unable to control the ball, trying to run with it, and then Tori Flake steps on the baseline. Out of bounds. Bulldog basketball again. They lead by 8 points. Bulldogs working in the corner. A little lob goes inside. That was a nice little pass. Shandine Armeo got position, took the lob in, and as she tried to lay it up to the hoop, she was fouled. And now she has a chance to shoot at the free throw line. Second personal foul on Tycee Copeland. How about Tycee's night? She gets to cover one of the best basketball players in the state, at least early on here when they're in the man-to-man set. Shandine Armeo. That puts Shandine at the line. Here's a girl that can score 30, 35 on you any night of the week. And she gets her first 2 points that come here with about 6 minutes gone by here into the first period. Into the game, Macy Rollins for Snowflake, some fresh legs. Also, Audrey Livingston is out there on the floor for the Lady Lobos. And quickly, Macy gets the ball in front court, and then her pass tipped away and out of bounds. Let me give you the 5 on the floor right now for Snowflake. The inbound pass comes in from Tycee Copeland to Marissa Godfrey. Then there's Macy Rollins out there. Audrey Livingston, and the 5th Lady Lobo right now, Melissa Ike on the floor for the Lobos. Macy tried to drive. She was cut off there by Bitsoy, and now she gets it out to Livingston. Snowflake having trouble finding a little lane to operate. And now Little pick and roll attempts by the Lobos. Tycee Copeland trying to get a pick from Melissa Ike. And then a bad pass on the roll. So the Bulldogs have the basketball. Top of the key jump shot. Shandine Armeo missed that one. Missed it wide right. Rebound. Lobos. Here's Melissa Ike running. Leading that fast break. And she has it stolen. Taken away. Good hands by Armeo. She stripped it away. And now the Bulldogs are running and finishing with some contact, but no foul call. Rebound, Bulldogs, feet outside Armeo, and she'll get it back, and she gets hammered, knocked to the ground. No call made. And Armeo's going to get up real slow as Snowflake with the rebound will bring it up the floor with 58 seconds here in the first period. Drive to the basket. Macy Rollins. And Macy had to give it up. It was going out of bounds. Winslow had kind of pushed it that direction. And a nice save in by Armeo. She saved it in off Macy. Guess what? That's Winslow Bulldog basketball. Tori Flake checks into the game for Snowflake. Tori replacing Tycee Copeland. At the 53-second mark here, that's what's left in the first period. 10-point Winslow lead. It's 14-4. Girls varsity basketball into front court. That's Lene Mitchell, and she gives it up now. Left corner. Bulldogs have brought a couple of fresh legs out there onto the... A pair of fresh legs, a couple of fresh legs. How's that? Jenna Yazzie, attempted shot. She missed it. Tori Flake for Snowflake with a jumper, left side. Tori throws up an air ball, missed that. It comes down into the hands. One of those Bulldog defenders. That was Armeo, Shandine Armeo, and she was immediately fouled after she pulled in the rebound. Fourth team foul on the Lobos. That's the first team foul on Audrey Livingston. Snowflake has the basketball. J.C. Sangster, the inbound, gets it back. She'll walk it into front court. Snowflake, the man-to-man defensive set. Sangster is guarded by Marissa Godfrey. She gives it up left side. Ball into the hands of Adriana Singer. Now a lob goes down low block. Boy, I tell you, good position for Ashley Johnson, but she didn't really handle it cleanly, and Macy Rollins knocked it away. Snowflake run it and gun it. Nope, there's a bad pass. They'll give it up at the buzzer. So kind of a sloppy end to the first period, but for the Winslow Bulldogs, they're going to be happy with a 10-point lead as we finish the first 8 minutes of this one. Our score here, Winslow 14 and Snowflake 4. Stand by, everybody. Second quarter on the way. Sports Zone Radio is presented by, or rather, Sports Zone Radio bringing you Northland basketball. Back after this.
Fast enough?
Pick it up, buddy.
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So Super Steve means super streaming.
I'm okay.
Good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Everybody, Floyd Simmons here on the play-by-play call of tonight's broadcast doubleheader. Right now, the girls' varsity basketball game. A little later on, the boys will get underway here at Winslow High School. They start at 7:30. Meanwhile, the second quarter gets underway. In this matchup, the host team, Winslow, taking on the Snowflake Lady Lobos. Final game of the regular season for both these teams. The section tournament begins Tuesday for the girls at Sholo High School, and we'll be there on hand to broadcast all of that. Welcome here to Northland Basketball. It's presented by Sports Zone Radio. You're listening live on local radio in the White Mountains, Power 95.7 Hot FM. The broadcast brought to you by Cable One. A little later on in the evening, we'll be joined by Sports Zone Radio's Patrick Austin on the play-by-play call of the boys' varsity game. A little later on in this first half, SportsZone123.com's Derek Simmons will join us here and try to help us make sense of this final night of girls' regular season basketball, what the outcomes potentially could spell for the seedings in the section tournament, okay? So I'll tell you, I'm just not smart enough to figure it out. I do know this, thanks to Derek educating me. I do know that on the boys' side, the seedings are set regardless of the outcome tonight, regardless of the Snowflake Winslow boys varsity game coming up, regardless of the Holbrook-Alchesay game that's going on in White River tonight on the boys' side, and regardless of what Blue Ridge did last night where they played Round Valley to finish up their regular season. None of that matters. The seedings are set, and 1 through 4 look like this. Number 1 is Snowflake. Number 2 is Holbrook. Number 3 is Winslow. And number 4 is Blue Ridge, and that's what the section tournament seedings will look like next week. Shiloh High School, those games, by the way, the boys' games, the 2 semifinals will be on Wednesday. First game at 5:15, second game at 7 o'clock. So back here to this action, second quarter, 6:47 on the clock, and working inside in the paint, the Lady Bulldogs draw a foul. You got to go to the free throw line. Madison Butler had not checked into the game. Sorry, he hadn't changed the board quick enough. I saw number 32, which is actually a Winslow number, Winslow girl. Tori Flake picks up her first personal foul. And ends up being a three-point play. Okay. How about Shondine Armeo getting the three-point play to go. And now Tycee Copeland will try to hit a three for the Lady Lobos. Tycee's shot no good. The rebound comes down to Winslow. That's Ashley Johnson handling it. Tycee trying to pressure her, and then Tycee steps in the path of Shondine Armeo. So Tycee hustling. She's all over the place, but I think Tycee just picked up another foul. That might be her third already early on in this game. No, it wasn't. They say Macy Rollins came along, and Macy reached in. But another chance to the free throw line. No, not a reach in either, because that's a shooting foul. Armeo is at the line. Well, she takes her time. She dips. She's got her own style there at the free throw line. I'll try to describe it for you. She kind of does this little dipsy-do thing. She moves the ball around a little bit, almost like she's charming the basket, and then the ball goes on the way. She missed on that first free throw try. And here on the second, she's good. So 1 for 2 that time. By the way, that's what makes her 4 for 5 in the game from the line. And 6 points overall from Shondine Armeo. And I did check the pronunciation on that. Shondine, okay? 6:14 left to play. First half basketball here coming up halftime. The NPC basketball halftime report. 6-minute mark. Katie Johnson driving and then contact. And it looks like Armeo might have pushed her way through an Ellie Flake a screen. And Ellie ended up on her backside. And yeah, indeed it is a foul on Armeo. Her first of the game. She was trying to stay with Katie Johnson. And then she ran right over the screen, right over the pick. Tori Flake on the drive. Stops at the free throw line. Kick out. Macy Rollins. She'll try to drive. Nope, that is blocked. Her path to the basket. Cut off. Kick out. Tori Flake. Jump shot. No good. Rebound. Bulldogs. Winslow has developed a 14-point lead here in the first half. Ouch. Steal by Tori Flake, and look at the speed out in front of the pack. She stole it, and then the defense just couldn't stay with her. Tori's fast. And Tori's first basket. And guess what? The first field goal of this second period for Snowflake. They only have 3 in the game. Score here, Winslow 18, Snowflake 6. On the drive, Michaela Baya. And I think Tori might have got her second personal foul. She tried to reach around from behind as the offensive player was going by and slap it out. That's a reach-in call, and it was against Tori. So Tori gets her second personal foul. 7th team foul, 1-1 now for the Bulldogs for the final 5:17. Baya is at the line, and the first one is good, so she'll get that. She'll earn that second attempt. That gives Winslow a chance also to bring in J.C. Sangster. She comes in, replacing Jenna Yazzie, who was in for just a couple of moments. For the Lady Bulldogs. At the line, free throw no good. Michaela Baya missed that shot. It comes down to Marissa Godfrey. Now she'll bring it into front court. She is guarded by Sangster. Oh, look at that long three on the way. Boy, Marissa, she just didn't really get herself set. She was way out there on the right wing, and she was deep. She was like 5 feet past the line. She launched it. And I'm not really going to describe it that closely. It wasn't that close. Let's leave it at that. We're at the 5-minute mark and a whistle on the floor. 5 minutes left first half. And a 1-and-1 coming up for Winslow. We'll see who the foul is on. It was a blocking foul in back court. Uh-oh. Not good news. Third personal foul on Tycee Copeland. Tycee was very near to getting her third one a while ago, and she was near the play where that particular play where I think Macy Rollins picked up her first personal a couple of minutes back, and now Tycee does get her third to send Michaela Baya to the free throw line. Nope, it's not Michaela, it's J.C. Sangster. And Sangster at the line, as Byron Brown would say, as B Squared would say, how does she say it? She went to the bank? Well, she certainly banked it in. She banked the first one and missed the second shot. Sangster, 1 out of 2. She's got 5 points in the game. Macy Rollins coming up full steam into front court. And she had trouble with her jump stop at the free throw line, lost the handle. And then, you know what, she got a pass. Somehow Snowflake got the ball back. And on the pass to Macy, I don't know if she was paying attention. I don't know if that she saw the pass coming or saw it in time, couldn't control it, and the Bulldogs have it again. Here they go, spin move inside, Armeo. And then she fights, gets the rebound back off the miss, a little feed to her teammate, and a layup that goes in for J.C. Sangster. The Lady Bulldogs can seem to do no wrong here in the first half. They lead 22-6 over Snowflake. Snowflake looking very ineffective no matter what they try. Marissa Godfrey, drive, scoop shots from about 6 feet out. Marissa missed it, but she did draw contact and the foul. 2 shots on the way for Marissa Godfrey. That's only the 4th team foul on the Bulldogs. Godfrey at the line. Coach's daughter. Her dad is Coach Don Godfrey, who is, boy, I tell you, I don't remember what year he is in at Snowflake, but he has been there, since 2000 or 99 or something like that. And Coach Don Godfrey has put a lot of miles on as the leader of this program. His daughter out there for her senior year of basketball. A little feed inside for Winslow and a drive to the basket. Macy Rollins will pick up a foul for Snowflake. She had the forearm of Armeo. And Armeo, who she tried to hang on and force that thing up, she ended up getting knocked to the ground on that foul call. Shandine has 5 points here in the second period, 7 points overall. Her first free throw try here is no good. She'll get a second, though. That interesting approach at the line by Armeo, and it's perfect on the second try. So she was 1 for 2 there. That's her 5th trip to the free throw line in this game so far. Snowflake with the basketball halfway into the second period. And they can't handle it. They lose the handle. Here comes Winslow with it. Ball out on the perimeter. A very aggressive defense by the Lobos, but they've been when they're coming out and double teaming, they're leaving somebody wide open. Didn't really work out for the Bulldogs in this instance. They'll settle for a 3 try. That was Kaylin Bitsoy who missed a 3 for the Bulldogs. Snowflake rebound, and they're working with the ball into the left, on the left baseline. Tori Flake, jump shot up, no good. Bulldogs own it again. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half, and a whistle. Once again, Snowflake guilty of a foul. That might be the 10th team foul now. It'll be a double bonus for the Bulldogs. 2-shot foul coming up now, and it's Armeo at the line. First foul of the day on Katie Johnson. So it's Shantine Armeo for the Bulldogs at the free throw line. She dips, and she kind of does that hypnotic thing with the basketball, moving it around a little bit, and delivers. Shot good. Shantine working very busy in the low block tonight, and she knows how to get to the free throw line. Trust me on this. She's been there now 6 times in the game. 3:11 left first half. The Lobos running off the inbound, and a 3 up and good. Marissa Godfrey found herself wide open on the right wing, and she buried the 3 out there. 5 points in the game for Godfrey. Snowflake cracking the double-figure mark here with 2:55 left in the second quarter. 25-11, Winslow on top. Now they've got the ball on the left wing. A drive and a shot, no good. Rebound Winslow, and a big hack under the basket. No call. Not really sure about that. J.C. Sangster took a bit of contact. The ball was knocked out of bounds. So Winslow does keep the ball, but they didn't get a foul call like they might have. Or I thought they might have. And Sangster will go with the left hand into the paint to the basket. Boy, that was a really nice move. And she gets 2 for the Bulldogs. Their lead, 16 points. Tori Flake on the run and gun for the Lady Lobos. Cross-court pass from Tori to Marissa Godfrey. She nails the 3. Marissa is starting to find her stroke out there. And that shot, good. Back-to-back 3s made for Marissa Godfrey, and that cuts the lead for Winslow down to 13. Now can the Lobos get a couple of stops, play some effective defense? Katie Johnson trying to stay in front of the Bulldog player driving to the basket, and we'll get an offensive foul called. Maybe a little forearm push to create some space. That's the first foul of the day on Kaylin Bitsoy. Under 2 minutes left here in the half. Snowflake with the basketball, and they'll bring it into front court. We're going to bring on SportsZone123.com's Derek Simmons to talk about the upcoming section tournament, the seedings, how that stuff works. Meanwhile, Katie Johnson has the ball blocked. She attempted a shot, blocked out of bounds. That was Shantine Armeo with the block. Derek, thanks for joining us, man. And hey, listen, if I'm not mistaken, you are among many, many things that you can lay claim to. You're the first guy that ever downloaded the Sports Zone Radio iPhone app, happening earlier today, right? Pretty exciting moment for you, I bet.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm assuming I was the first one. It was within a couple of hours of actually being released, Apple releasing that app. So exciting news, finally getting the apps going. I know Android was going before Apple was, but exciting that
Apple makes it tough. Let me just say that, okay?
And I may never use it because I'm always here with you.
Yeah, that's true. All right, hey, down on the floor, a timeout taken. We'll have to grab a quick timeout, station break as well. So stand by, everybody. Winslow 27, Snowflake 16, Northland basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake. So while you're gone, back to play, and Winslow gets
whistled for a foul. Second personal foul of the night on J.C. Sangster. And so the Lobos have it with 54 seconds left. Lady Lobos with the basketball. Tycee Copeland back in the game. She picked up her third personal foul a while ago. She works with it at the top of the key. So, Derek, while you join us, halftime on the way a bit, so I think we'll go ahead and finish out the call here for the first half. And then I'm going to kind of pick your brain on what's going on. What in the world is happening with the section tournament? And as I understand from your explanation earlier, the boys are set, regardless of the outcome of tonight's games. But the girls' side is where some things could happen. So you're going to have to try to educate us, okay, on that?
Absolutely.
All right. Inbound for Snowflake, and Tori Flake with a shot at it. Her shot no good. Rebound Winslow. Armeo into front court. She's guarded by Tori. Little spin at the top of the key. Kick out. Nope, don't want that shot. Bulldogs working the ball right corner. Here is a three on the way from that wing. Shondine Armeo flies out to try to save it in. The official there, that's Paul Hancock on the baseline. He's going to say that Shondine stepped on the baseline, so they give the ball out of bounds to Snowflake with 21 seconds remaining here in the first half. And on the inbound, Marissa Godfrey trying to throw it in. The ball gets kicked by the Bulldogs. That was Adriana Singer, got a foot on it. Now it comes in to Tori Flake. 20 seconds. Oh, the ball thrown across half court to Katie Johnson. And Katie just wasn't expecting that pass from Tori, and it glanced off her hands out of bounds. So Snowflake missed that opportunity. And the Bulldogs will have it back with 16 seconds. We'll see if they hold for a final shot in the half. Right now, Winslow up by 13 into front court. Here comes the ball. Jenna Yazzie should give it up to Shondine Armeo, and Shondine will put one up. Little contact there. Missed the shot, got it back, put it in. That's what makes Armeo so good. Somehow she's very opportunistic, and she was able to get her hands on the basketball after that shot. When Snowflake clearly should have cleared the boards and got the rebound, and right at the buzzer, Armeo puts it back up and in, and just add another two to her total tonight. She leads the way out there for either one of these teams, and she gives her team a 15-point halftime lead. All right, Derek, stick around. Derek Simmons with us. We'll talk with him during the halftime break. The NPC halftime report is on the way in just a moment, and we'll break down the upcoming section tournaments Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Saturday of next week at Show Low High School. You don't want to miss out on any of that activity. All right, the score here, Winslow 31, Snowflake 16. Northland basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio. Stand by.
To be effective in business, you must have...
Fast enough?
Pick it up, buddy.
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So Super Steve means super streaming.
I'm okay.
Good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Welcome back in, everybody. Halftime at Winslow High School. Is it Bulldog Gymnasium? No, I think they've got another name for this. Certainly by now they must have named this gymnasium after Don Petronovich, the legendary Hall of Fame multi-championship winning head coach that led this program for so many years. He was literally the Paul Morrow of girls basketball coaches with all those championships here at Winslow High School. Hey, welcome back, everybody. And the Lady Bulldogs cruise into a 15-point halftime lead. It's Winslow 31, Snowflake 16. Welcome back. I'm Floyd Simmons. I'm joined by SportsZone123.com's Derek Simmons. This is Northland Basketball. It's presented by Sports Zone Radio. And now the NPC halftime report. So out there on, and it really got into a point where Derek, they kind of made Snowflake about as ineffective as I've seen them all year. They just really dictated the pace and the tempo most of the time. Then Snowflake with a little bit of run at the end, but boy, Winslow has a way of kind of telling you what the game's going to look like out there, and right now they are in control.
And I think girls basketball more often than not comes down to ball control. How do you control the ball? Are you turning it over? And also the pace of the game. Right now, Winslow clearly controlling the pace of the game, and I don't think we have an official stat, but I would be willing to guess that Snowflake has close to overs that Winslow has.
The other thing as well is Snowflake's just not shooting well from the field. They've had some looks at it, but now the jump shot not dropping for the girls most of the time during that half, and just missed opportunities, both handling the ball and also taking shots, you know.
And Winslow is very aggressive as well on the defensive side of the ball. They force bad shots, so that's maybe not as much to be said as Snowflake's. Yes, they're not shooting the ball well, but defensively, Winslow is just so, their pressure is too good.
How do you like the 12-point first-half performance of Shondine Armeo? She is outstanding. Only made 2 field goals, but I think she went to the free throw line 7 times in that first half. And so of her 12 first-half points, she has 8 free throws. 8 free throws made in that half. Shooting at a pretty good percentage. She is 8 out of 10 from the line. And like I said, only the 2 field goals tonight. So she's, I don't know, I expected actually to see more from her. Maybe I'm expecting more shots made, but there's a pretty good output tonight. And if she gets unleashed in that second half, watch out, Snowflake.
And I think part of what Coach Godfrey does, and I could be wrong, but he's doing what I would do. She's the best player in the section. You have to try to stop her, and your best chance of slowing her down is sending her to the line. Snowflake's girls have been very aggressive with her down low. That's where she works. She took a 3-point shot, but you're not going to see that many times. She works down low. I think Snowflake, Coach Godfrey is telling the girls, be aggressive, send her to the line, try to make her miss free throws.
All right, Derek Simmons joining us here at halftime, the NPC halftime report. And let me run the numbers for you from that half. Winslow on top comfortably, 31-16. They are led by Shondine Armeo. 12 points in that first half. Also 9 points for J.C. Sangster. She had a good first half of basketball. 4 points for Michaela Baya. 3 points for Lene Mitchell. 2 points for Kaylin Bitsoy, and Jenny Yazzie checked in with 2 points for the Lady Bulldogs. Snowflake was led in that first half by Marissa Godfrey, and that was thanks in large part to 2 back-to-back threes that she busted in that second quarter. They held her to nothing in the first period, and then Marissa came out and scored 8 points in the second period. So good job, Marissa. 4 points for Tori Flake. By the way, all of Tori's points came in the second quarter as well. Snowflake only scored 4 points in the first period. Katie Johnson had 2 of those, and Melissa Ike had the other 2 from that first period. No, that's their totals. Katie with 2, Melissa with 2 points in that first half. So Snowflake really needs to, find some rhythm, start to get things going. And where's Tycee Copeland, right? Kind of missing in action so far. Really hasn't had a chance to get going. The other part, Derek, I don't know if you noticed this, she has 3 personal fouls.
And usually, going back to the scoring, she's the leading scorer in the majority of the games we watch, and she shoots well from the 3-point line. I've seen her take maybe 1 3-point shot today. They need to get her involved if they want to try to cut away at this lead.
Well, Derek, I want to talk to you about the tournament. It may take till the third quarter before we get that underway. Halftime is drawing to a conclusion. We got to take a timeout. Need to take a break here. The NPC halftime report. Winslow on top by 15. Stand by, everybody. Northland Basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Fast enough?
Pick it up, buddy.
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So super speed means
Super streaming. I'm okay.
good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
From the locker rooms, the second half about to get underway. This wraps up the NPC halftime report. Winslow 31, Snowflake 16. The second half begins right after this 1 minute timeout. Northland basketball is presented by Sports Zone Radio. Stand by.
Small town values, big city service.
So the second half getting underway at Winslow High School. Welcome back. Floyd Simmons. I'm joined right now by SportsZone123.com's Derek Simmons. And this is Northland basketball. It's presented by Sports Zone Radio. Second half begins here now. Listening locally, by the way, in the White Mountains on Power 95.7 Hot FM. Presented by Cable One. Michaela Baia gets the second half scoring underway. She is able to penetrate to the basket, make a shot off the glass, and Winslow has the first points of this half. Here's a jump shot. The answer on the other end by Snowflake. Katie Johnson gets her second basket of the day. 4 points in the game for Katie Johnson. And the Lobos, at least early on here, matching shots with Winslow. A little give and go. Nope. Bulldogs couldn't get the basket to go. And then a travel called on Baia. She'll give that up. Score here 33-18, a 15-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Third quarter just underway. And we thank you for joining us, everybody. A boys varsity basketball game coming up right here from Winslow tonight. Final regular season night of basketball in the section. And coming up at 7:30, that's when the boys game will tip off, or right thereabouts. Thank you for joining us. All right, Derek, while the girls get this third quarter underway out on the floor, I want you to go through your best scenarios, your best understanding of the scenarios of the girls' outcomes. This game right here, Winslow comfortably on top now. Snowflake not out of it yet, but boy, they've got to do something soon. So you got this game, And the other game that has some impact on how the girls' teams are going to get seeded next week for the sectional tournament in Cholo. The other game is Holbrook at Alchese going on right now. So give us the breakdown the best you can.
And the update on that Alchese game. Alchese was trailing 17-10 at home, hosting the Roadrunners tonight. There are any number of situations that could play out depending on who wins. Winslow wins tonight. They're number one. We know that. Right now leading comfortably, so let's just say they win. Snowflake will drop to either 2 or 3 depending on the outcome of the other game. Holbrook has the tiebreaker right now over Snowflake. Snowflake has the tiebreaker over Alchese, and that would be, if Snowflake loses this game, they'll be 6-2 in the section. Alchese, even with the win, can't jump to number 1, but they would have the tiebreaker over Holbrook then, and they would jump to number 3. So really any number of things that can happen. The way it looks right now, if Holbrook holds that lead, if Winslow holds their lead, Holbrook has the tiebreaker over Snowflake. They'll jump to number 2, Snowflake at number 3, Alchese at number 4. That's the way it looks like it's going to play out.
All right. Just try to figure it out, folks. We'll know before the night ends. We'll know what the seedings look like, and we'll explain that to you a little later on during the boys' game. Derek, you're going to have to come back and, again, set it all straight for us, okay, on what's going on next week. The girls' section games at Cholo High School are next Tuesday, with the first game at 5:15 and the second game at 7 o'clock. The boys play the following night on Wednesday, same times for their semifinal games, and then both the boys and girls championships are going to be the following Saturday. Same times, 5:15 and 7 at Cholo High School. Snowflake, a steal down on the floor, and couldn't get things done. Tori Flake with the steal. Great job by Tori. She's had a pretty good night out there tonight. She's flying around, doing some stuff. She stole the ball, fed her teammate inside. Shot missed by Snowflake. Missed opportunity there by the Lady Lobos. A moment ago, while you were explaining the tournament to us, Derek, Marissa Godfrey nailed her third 3 of the day, banking this one off the glass. Now Shondine Armeo from Winslow trying to back her way into the paints, and Katie Johnson just alertly reaching out, knocking the ball away, and causing the steal. So great defensive play by Katie Johnson, and with that, a timeout taken out on the floor. Score here, Winslow 33, Snowflake 21. Stand by through the timeout, everybody. Northland Basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Cholo and Snowflake.
The Lady Bulldogs trying to do what they can to stem what has been a bit of a Snowflake run here to start this second half. There was that big 3 by Marissa Godfrey, and some other signs that the Lady Bulldogs have come out of the locker room with less than the enthusiasm we saw in the first half. So we'll see if Coach got the words in he wanted. 4:41 on the clock, third period. Winslow 33, Snowflake 21. The inbound. I thought the inbound was coming. It wasn't. There was a foul a moment ago on the Lady Bulldogs. Adriana Singer. First personal foul of the day. So at the 4.5-minute mark, Snowflake the inbound, and a drive from Macy Rollins. Blocked, taken away. That's great defensive play by Kaylin Batsoy. She blocked it, came down with it, and brought it into front court. A little feed off to her teammate. J.C. Sangster tried to dump it inside. Nothing there. The Bulldogs pull it back outside. Halfway mark here, the third period. Feed through the paints. Baseline pass goes out toward the free throw line to Shondine Armeo, and she was able to just kind of plop a little jumper up there. And she adds to her game-leading point total. She's got 14 in the game so far, and a 3 on the way. Marissa Godfrey missing back iron. Rebound Rollins. Snowflake keeps it alive. Back to Godfrey. And now to Rollins. Snowflake trying to work the ball to some jump shot look. They don't really look to be going inside with it, just working on the perimeter to see who's got an open look, and there's Tori Flake. Now a little baseline move. Bouncer to Katie Johnson. She has a couple of defenders collapse on her. Shondine Armeo was one of them. Also getting there from the backside was Ashley Johnson, and they'll call the foul on Johnson. Second personal foul on Ashley Johnson. And with that, Snowflake wants a timeout. 3:25 mark at the third period. It's Winslow 35, Snowflake 21. You're listening to Northland Basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio. Stand by, everybody.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
During the timeout, Katie Johnson attempted a couple of free throws after that Winslow foul a moment ago. Katie Johnson of Snowflake, and she was good on both. 2 for 2. That trip to the line. Katie has 6 points in the game for the Lady Lobos. 3:19 on the clock here, third period. Snowflake has cut the Winslow lead down to 13. Armeo working in the paint, and wow, look at that work. She had a couple of defenders in front of her, turned to her left, and she got contact right there, a little bump that kind of knocked her off her balance a little, but she was able to kind of loft it up there and make the shot anyway. And with the foul and shot good, it's a three-point play opportunity for Armeo. She dips, swirls that ball, and she makes the shot. Shot good for Shondine. 5 points here in the period, 17 points for the game for Armeo as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third period. Lobos with the ball, and a stolen pass. Melissa Ike was trying to feed her teammate Godfrey in the corner end. You know, just Bulldogs stuck a hand in there and got the steal. And now Tori Flake working to try to get the ball back. Contact made out there where Tori was trying to intercept a pass. And nothing doing. Man-to-man Snowflake defense. Armeo guarded by Tori Flake. Little spin move. Armeo lost the handle. Teammate scooped it up, and a jump shot. No good. Singer missing from the right side. Snowflake, as the ball goes out of bounds, Snowflake wants to sub in Audrey Livingston. Livingston out on the floor. She replaced Melissa Ike in the lineup. 2:33 left in the third period. So the game not out of reach for Snowflake yet. If they can keep the pressure on like they've had in the last, I'll say about 3 minutes. However, tough to do that. Tough to come back from down right now 16 to Winslow. It just takes one of those runs, right? Okay. 2:16 on the clock. Third period. Winslow 38, Snowflake 22, and the Lobos tip a pass out of bounds. The Bulldogs will run an inbound play underneath the offensive basket for them. Comes in, Armeo, right corner. On top of the key. He'll swing it into the left corner. Nothing there, good defense, but the drive, Sangster trying to drive and make the shot, can't do it. Rebound, Tycee Copeland has it for Snowflake. Up into front court, Little bounce pass right side. Now Godfrey. She is guarded very closely by the defender out there. That's Adriana Singer. Now off to Katie Johnson. Johnson to drive. She has to stop as she runs into a wall of defenders, including Shandine Armeo. The kick out, a little pass left side. Trying to work the ball into the wing, and not going to happen. Tycee Copeland can't control the pass. It does glance off her hands, out of bounds with 1:45 on the clock here in the third period. Sangster will leave the game for Winslow. The Bulldogs check in Jenna Yazzie, and she will immediately throw the ball in, looking for help. It does come into Bitsoy. She is guarded by Marissa Godfrey, and now she will keep it back to Yazzie, and it's knocked out of bounds by Tori Flake. Tori a while ago had the unenviable assignment of covering Shandine Armeo. Now that has switched up. Katie Johnson guarding Armeo. Winslow the inbound. They're going to attack the basket. Ashley Johnson off to Armeo. A little spin from left to right. And she just went right around Godfrey. She's got a size advantage as well. Some mass there to help that, and she was able to get to the basket for two. Katie Johnson, spot-up jump shot, right side, left side, and missed the shot. Rebound. Bulldogs have it. Clock says 1:10 left in the period. Up ahead into front court. Bitsoy has it. Guarded by Tori Flake. Pressure the ball, pressure the pass. But it does come down to the Bulldogs. Missed shot. Armeo rebound. Puts it back up. The follow, no good, but looks like Shandine is going to get a chance to shoot free throws. Two-shot foul coming up for Armeo, and the third personal foul of the day on Tori Flake. Armeo at the line. First free throw attempt good. Boy, she has made a living tonight at the free throw line. 10 out of 12 so far in the game. And with that, by the way, that made free throw, she sits at 20 points for the game. One more coming. Make it 21 points. That shot good. You got to like her. You got to like that player. Derek said the best player in the section. I don't know anybody that would argue with that. 54 seconds left. Third period as the Lobos walk it up. Macy Rollins gives it up. Tycee Copeland. Tycee has been just absolutely invisible out there offensively tonight. She hasn't gotten in the scoring column. Here's a girl that's been in double figures routinely for Snowflake over the last couple of months, but she just hasn't gotten going offensively for the Lady Lobos. And now Winslow will have another free throw opportunity coming up. Two-shot foul that will send J.C. Sangster to the free throw line on the heels of a foul committed by Audrey Livingston. Two fouls on Livingston. Team foul breakdown looks like this. Winslow with 4 here in the half. 3 personal fouls on the Lobos. Sangster's first free throw is no good. Second free throw also no good. And the ball comes down. I'm not sure what happened, but Snowflake has the basketball. They will inbound with 33 ticks remaining here in the third period. A 20-point lead. Snowflake did a good job to bring that down. I think they had it as low as 13 points earlier here in the third quarter, but Winslow has mounted now a 20-point lead late in the third period. Winslow 42, Snowflake 22, and it could be more because the Lobos failed to take care of the basketball on this trip down the floor. They threw it away, threw it out of bounds. Bulldogs inbound and into front court. Bringing it up, Jenna Yazzie. She has to stop out on the arc there. She'll give it up to Adriana Singer. Now back to Yazzie. Stolen by Marissa Godfrey. 4 seconds left. Marissa, shot blocked with 2 seconds left. Rebound Winslow, no shot at the buzzer. Godfrey had a chance, and her coach coming out to defend her. He thought there was contact, didn't get a call, didn't get the foul, and he was upset. Not just that it was his daughter, it was his team. And we end the third period like that. A little less than dramatic, wouldn't you say? Winslow 42, Snowflake 22. And we'll take a timeout and return in just a moment, everybody, to Winslow High School. Northland basketball.
Pick it up, buddy.
Common sense here. What's all this?
This is our DSLerator. Our internet from the phone company is just too slow. We try to stream movies, but all we get is this.
And kids just have all this natural energy anyway.
Or you could get Cable One high-speed internet. It's 10 times faster than DSL.
So super speed means
Super streaming. I'm okay.
good hustle there, sport.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Here we go, fourth quarter underway. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio presentation of Northland, locally in the White Mountains on Power 95.7 Hot FM, and brought to you by Cable One on local radio. Welcome, everybody. 7 minutes and 18 seconds remain in the basketball game out on the floor. Winslow with an early fourth quarter turnover. They steal the ball and work it up the floor, trying to get it into Shondine Armeo's hands, but not so successfully. It goes out of bounds. They'll lose it out of bounds, and Snowflake will have the ball. 7:10 remaining in regulation, and a 20-point Winslow Bulldog lead, 42-22. Exactly half the points scored tonight by Winslow have been scored by number 40, Shondine Armeo, and that shouldn't surprise anybody. 21 points tonight for that young lady. She leads both teams in the scoring column. She'll get a chance right here as she gets the feed inside. She is a master of that spin move, especially to her left. But this time, as she tries that move, she came up a little shy on the shot. Front iron, no good. Rebound down to Snowflake, and Lady Lobos have a chance to work with the ball. Top of the key now, Tycee Copeland, left side. On the wing, the jump shot, three-pointer. No good for Tycee, who remains scoreless in the game tonight. And I would say that's a big part of the reason why Snowflake trails by 20 right now. Tycee just has not been able to find her zone out there. Bulldogs work the ball inside. Kaylin Bitsoy, and she is going to, well, let's see, a whistle before she put the shot up. And they'll say contact was made, I guess, on the player who attempted to pass prior to that. Marissa Godfrey gets the personal foul. And the first time that Marissa has been whistled tonight. A couple of ladies with 3 personal fouls for Snowflake. Tori Flake has 3. Tycee Copeland with 3 personal fouls as well. And a three-pointer on the way for the Bulldogs. This one rims in and out and back in. That shot is good for Lene Mitchell. Second 3 tonight for Lene. She had one in the first quarter, has one again here in the third period. 6 points overall for Lene, as she spotted up and with the defender right in front of her face was unafraid to take that shot. She did, and she nailed it. 5:50 remaining in the game. Tycee Copeland coming out of the game. Macy Rollins in for her. Check those 5 Lady Lobos on the floor right now. Mentioned Macy there. Also Marissa Godfrey, who's got the ball right now. Tori Flake is in the game. Melissa Ike and Katie Johnson. Tori gets it in the paint. Little jump shot. 8-footer, no good. Rebound. Ike has it. Now Tori. Snowflake will pull it out and slow it down. And now attack the basket. May have been a travel not called on Macy Rollins. The kick out, and the 12-foot jump shot is good. That was number 0, Tori Flake, nailing that shot. For Tori, 6 points in the game. For the Lobos, they've trimmed Winslow's lead back to 21. 23-point lead just before that is, I believe, as big a lead as Winslow's had in this game. And it's only happened, I think that's the first time they had gotten to 23 points for a lead. 45-24, that's the official score. Now the Bulldogs to inbound the ball just into the game. Fresh legs out there on the floor for Winslow. A.J. Tapto comes into the game. I'll spell that last name for you. How about T-A-P-T-T-O? First time she gets some action on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. Also out there, Shandine Armeo is on the floor. Jenna Yazzie into the game. Ashley Johnson. And the final and fifth of those Lady Bulldogs is Lene Mitchell. Here it comes into Yazzie. And now Mitchell at the top of the key. Drives. A nice hop. Got through the defense. And her shot is good. That's Lene Mitchell producing 2 points for the Lady Bulldogs. 4:45 to play in the game. Back up to a 23-point Winslow lead. Lene Mitchell. Off to Godfrey, and Snowflake, I'm going to throw it away. Marissa's bounce pass to Godfrey, or rather to Tori Flake out on the right wing. It's just, she just got the pass into her too much. Tori couldn't handle the ball, it went out of bounds. Bulldogs have it. Top of the key, Mitchell with the basketball off left side to her teammate. That's now Ashley Johnson, and now Mitchell gets it back. Spot up three, right corner, and she nails the shot. She is starting to feel it out there. 2 threes here in the fourth quarter. She's got 3 in the game overall. And the Bulldogs, their biggest lead of the day so far. 26 points is the difference. Winslow 50, Snowflake 24. So the Bulldogs are going to wrap up a regular season championship. I know, 4 minutes, 6 seconds left. You don't want me to call it yet, right? 26-point difference. But it certainly, all the indicators are Winslow is going to go through the section play undefeated this year. They'll end up with an 8-0 section record if they can hold on to what is right now a massive lead. They've more than doubled up the Lobos. Inbound pass and a jump shot by Tori Flake. Tori misses that shot. It comes down to Jenna Yazzie up in the front court. Now Mitchell, the drive. She throws one up on the baseline. Took some contacts from Marissa Godfrey. So that'll be a foul on Marissa. Shoved her to the floor and then went immediately over to give her a hand to help her get up. Let her know, hey, no hard feelings. Just, I got to be aggressive out here. An aggressive foul by Godfrey. Second foul today so far on Marissa. Mitchell at the line. It's Lene Mitchell. First shot is good. Here comes the second try for Lene Mitchell of Winslow. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, is that going to come down to Winslow? Well, Snowflake gets the rebound and a foul immediately on that brand new Bulldogs player that just did come into the game. Her name is Tamiko Clough. How's that, huh? C-L-O-U-G-H. And I did get a pronunciation from that, so I got it from the Bulldogs. Tamiko Clough picked up her first personal foul. She is in the game on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. With that foul at the free throw line, Melissa Ike for 1 and 1. And she missed it, but the Lobos got the rebound. Godfrey for 3, missed that shot. Clough, the rebound for Winslow. She'll throw it away. Tori Flake now. Macy Rollins, spot up, jump shot. Shot that one with the lefty on the left side there, about an 8-footer. Missed the shot. And it's a scramble for the ball, loose on the floor. Katie Johnson diving and scooping it up. And with that, I'm trying to see what happened. The Winslow Bulldogs, well, they're going to cheer their starters that leave the floor, okay? They're going to give a cheer to Lene Mitchell as she comes out of the game. All right, I didn't see what happened. I'm not sure what did, but here's what I do know. Snowflake will take a timeout. So will we. Winslow 51. Snowflake.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
Jody just checked into the game. First points of the game for that Lady Bulldog. Snowflake playing their starter still. Here's Marissa Godfrey for three in the corner, and she nails it from the left side. Godfrey bangs out one. That's the fourth three of the game for Marissa. 4 threes, that's 12 points, and those 4 baskets represent almost 50% of Snowflake's point total tonight. 27 points. And like I said, almost half, 12 of those points coming on 4 shots by Marissa Godfrey. Here's the inbound for Tori Flake. And she kind of got off balance. She attempted a shot from about 12 feet. Missed the shot, no good. The Bulldogs have it. And taking time in backcourt, almost gave it up on the 10-second count, but they did finally make it across. Ball belongs to Danielle James. And now she gives it up. AJ Taptoe dribbles in across the line. Her 14-foot shot, no good. Rebound, Bulldogs, a little lefty goes up, no good there. But then the rebound again comes down to Danielle James, and the Bulldogs keep it alive. 1:50 to play. And a blocking foul on Tori Flake. That'll be her 4th of the game. Okay. Yeah, they did call it on Tori. A little late on the indicator there. I thought they were going to give that to Melissa Ike. Nope, it's Tori Flake. 4 personal fouls. She comes over to the sideline to talk to Coach Godfrey, but she stays in the game. Now dribble, drive inside. Shot up, tap toe with the shot and the miss. And a whistle. And the ball belongs to Snowflake. Didn't see what might have happened. Maybe a travel. Here we go. Tori Flake into front court. Now it's Tycee Copeland back to Tori. And Godfrey with the drive, pull up at the free throw line. Kick out, Flake. Nope. Well, she's going to try the shot here. Had some defense on her, front and back, and, well, made the shot. 14-footer is good from the right side by Tori Flake. To be honest with you, I didn't see that coming. And when the ball hit, it hit front iron. Looked like it might careen out of there. Eventually, it just kind of rolled around and found the cylinder. Under a minute left to play, 58 seconds. And the Bulldogs turn it over. Snowflake will have it. About the best they can do here is hope to break the 30-point mark. Sitting on 29 right now, but trailing by 24. And a long jumper, a big 3 on the way from Godfrey. No good. Rebound, Flake. Snowflake keeping it alive. Tycee Copeland trying to get in the scoring column with a 3. Missed that shot. Rebound, Melissa Ike, and she is fouled. Melissa gets a chance to shoot free throws. 2 shots coming up for her. Stops the clock with 44 seconds to play. And Melissa's first free throw try is no good. She also had an earlier attempt that was no good. Now makes one. So 1 for 3 in the game for Ike. She's got 3 points overall. And the Bulldogs will inbound. Full court pressing defense by the Lobos. 37 seconds. They knock the ball away, but the Bulldogs pick it up. 32 seconds. Here's a steal. That's Tycee Copeland. And she's got a defender trailing her, but Tycee able to finish off the fast break. First points of the night for Tycee. And they come with, 24 seconds left to play. The Bulldogs will inbound, bring it up into front court, draw a foul. And stop the clock with 21 seconds remaining. 21-point Winslow lead, 53-32. They're on top. And a chance to shoot free throws as well. Mickey Yellowhair. And Mickey's first free throw is good. Second is no good off the front iron. Katie Johnson with the rebound. Now 15 seconds to play. Boys varsity game coming up next. Also in our postgame of this, as we wrap it up, we'll announce the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. Stand by for that. Ball knocked out of bounds. Stop the clock with 11 seconds. Now Snowflake on the inbound. A three on the way. A big three, and that's nailed by Tycee Copeland off in the far corner. Tycee's going to end up with 5 points in this one as time now ticks down to 2 seconds. Time expired. Game over. How about Tycee? Didn't score anything all game long. Hit 2 shots, scored 5 points that all came inside the final 24 seconds of this one. Interesting. And the finish here, Winslow 54, Snowflake 35 in the girls varsity matchup. Regular season done for those ladies. And that will inform us a little bit on how the section tournament will be seeded next Tuesday for the semifinals. Both these teams will be there. We just don't know yet who's home, who's what. Okay, who gets to wear white jerseys, who gets to wear darks. Winslow, the home team for the tournament, they've got home field, home court advantage throughout. They'll wear those whites. As far as they play, the 1 or 2 games they'll be involved in at the section tournament coming up next week in Sholo. The other game that will help to figure things out is Holbrook playing tonight at Alchesay, and that game should be pretty close to Dunzo at the Chief Alchesay Activity Center. We'll find out about that. All right, stand by, everybody. Been a fun time, been a fun game, been a fun night so far. We're at Winslow. Game 1 of the broadcast doubleheader is in the books. We're going to take a timeout, and when we return, wrap this one up. Remember, the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game is on the way in a bit as well. Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. To the action here in the girls varsity matchup, Winslow, Snowflake, and we look forward to seeing some fabulous stuff on the Facebook page, Sports Zone Magazine Facebook page, and the website.
Well, actually, the Winslow girls and Snowflake girls included are much more athletic than most girls' programs. And so the more athletic you are, usually the more photogenic you are in sports photography. So, yes, I got some good stuff in that earlier game.
Outstanding. Look for it online. Again, our Facebook page is called the Sports Zone Magazine, which may, by the way, get changed very soon. You can find it there under that moniker. And you can also look online on the website at sportszone123.com. Great galleries from throughout the basketball season provided by Derek. sportszone123.com. All right, so the breakdown here looks a little something like this. Give you some point totals out there. Winslow in a winning effort tonight. We're led by Shandine Armeo. She went dark in the fourth quarter. Just played a little bit of that, but went to the bench kind of early in that, so didn't contribute a whole lot. She ended up in the game with 21 points to lead the way. Great night tonight for Shandine, as you might expect. Others for that Winslow Bulldog team. How about Lene Mitchell came on in that fourth quarter, nailed a couple of threes, and ended up in double figures with 12 points for her club. And then from there, it was a bunch of girls just kind of sharing it around. Michaela Baya had 6 points in the game, had a three-pointer back in the first quarter. 2 points for Kaylin Bitsoy, 2 points for Jenny Yazzie. Erica Jody also had 2 points in this one. And Mickey Yellowhair had a single point for the Lady Bulldogs. For the Lobos, well, they got 2 second-half three-pointers by Marissa Godfrey. Don't get me wrong, they were impressive, but you needed a lot more than that if you were Snowflake and you wanted to win tonight. 8 points, or rather 14 points overall for Marissa. The 8 points were, they belonged to Tori Flake. Scored a couple of baskets in the second quarter. A couple of times she got on the board also in the fourth period. 6 points tonight for Katie Johnson, 5 points for Tycee Copeland, and 3 points for Melissa Ike. And now time for us to consider the, I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We'll take a timeout first. And then we'll come back and announce the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. So whatever you do, don't leave your seats. Back to Winslow High School with more in our post-game wrap-up right after these words. Northland Basketball presented by Sports Zone Radio.
Small